that juicy squeaky. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Yes, it's nice to meet me. What's going on? Real House Girls, what's going on? Real Housewives Atlanta season 13, 12, I don't know. But I know Miss Kenya, girl. Baby, when them girls put that squeaky noise on your legs, I hollered. I had to watch about 15 times because it was funny as hell. They is really giving you the auntie sound effects and everything. So girl, hear you is an auntie. And her energy just was so... Oh my God, like girl, I feel like I need to go on a trip just to redeem myself for going on a trip with them emotionally, with Kenya doing all this extra stuff. It was just not serious to me. So Porsha is completely over it. My girl Porsha is just like, I ain't praying over no food because y'all been trying to figure out who been busting it wide open. Bust it. Hey, is you? Hey. Oh girl, I'm about to do the busted challenge, but you know I'm married, like Drew. But I don't know what my husband is. Girl, let's talk about it. Cause you know we gonna drag it. So Porsha just over it because they've been shading her, and like trying to figure out who got the kitty cat. And honestly, at this point, the jig is up. Like it's too much. Something happened. It's just the energy. All the ladies are out here saying something, and at this point, I think it's just best for Porsha just to come out and say, girl, and what? And if I did, what? Like the way she keeps like holding back, and it's just making it worse. Like she keeps holding back, like you can tell she's just uncomfortable. Like as a person who is very in tune to people's movements and all that and always looking at stuff like that, for Porsha it gets uncomfortable, clearly uncomfortable every time that the conversation is brought up. And I don't think it's uncomfortable because she didn't do it. I think she's uncomfortable because she might have done it. I don't think Tanya did anything. I think Tanya is only probably guilty for probably like watching or asleep or something. But I don't think Tanya's too scared of her damn husband to do anything. But Porsha is getting irritated. And Cynthia, you know, she talked about she was hot bothered. She was taking notes. She was like, girl, she came out with her booklet. She was out here saying, girl, these are the things that I learned, and this is what the tea is, and Bolo got a bladder infection or something. I screamed. That was funny too. And then we having a good time, and then it just goes left because Drew gets dragged by Toya because Toya's just like, oh, okay, girl, so you know you the married sister, you was out here licking and splitting on Bolo. What's going on for a married girl? I respect the shade from Toya. Y'all know I ain't a fan of Toya. But the shade was necessary because Toya has been, was shading Drew. She shaded her a couple of times way back early in the season when she said something. She made a joke and was like, well, she didn't make no joke. She was just like, oh, girl, you doing this stuff and you married. Like, I respect my vows, like, all that other stuff. So she was doing that. She was doing that Christianity. I wanted to throw up. Then she did it again. She was like, girl, just because I want to respect their husbands, don't mean it, just because you don't disrespect your husband, don't mean that we have to disrespect ours. And it's just like, she been saying all that. Now it's like, okay, girl, you think your husband was going to be okay with you licking and splitting on Bolo? And come to find out that Ralph ain't interested in her licking and splitting all on the man. So, girl, I give points to Toya for that, but I'm still not a fan of her. But yeah, girl, what else was going on? Oh, yes, just Porsha. Like, my girl, y'all was Kenya doing investigation, trying to figure out what's happening. And, Tanya gave herself up at the scene of the crime. I'm just like, Tanya, please. It's Tanya time. Please. Like, Tanya's like, well, y'all need to stop because I was in that girl's room. Tanya sounds like that. She sounds like the only black girl on Big Mouth. Every time she talks, she reminds me of her. So Tanya's like, I was in the girl's room and I was asleep and I don't know what was going on. Porsha got her some poo thing and it's okay. She got her something. It's okay. Like, it's okay, girl. Ain't nobody gonna like. I love that Marlo said, girl, you grown. That's your vagina. You can do whatever you want to with your vagina. I was here for that. But girl, Kenya is like, she is disgusted. Y'all would do something like this on the trip. And oh my gosh. You know what? Honestly, can you remind me of old me that was just jealous that everybody was out here having fun? I just have to admit that, like, going and like, oh, everybody having fun and I ain't out here getting none and da-da-da. I can't remember last time I was like that. It was probably like my early 20s, like just mad at everybody out here getting attention. Then when I got a little attention, I didn't know how to act. So Kenya is just mad. I mean, Kenya has every right to be mad because her husband is sitting here filing for divorce in another state and asking for alimony. Girl, this is just so hilarious. Like, it's just, and her lawyer laughing in her damn face. Baby, you cannot make this up. Baby, I need that check, girl. And he was the main one saying he didn't need no money from her. It's like, take everything. That's the man that you picked and you laid down with, period. So, girl, I don't know. So, the continued investigation is going on with Kenya. She was just like, girl, I heard noises, something was going on, and then Porsha was like, well, girl, it was my room, so what you trying to say? Like, Porsha should have had like, I don't know. I hate that this is happening, but I really feel like Porsha should kind of knew what was going to happen. Like, there are cameras, there are this and that, like, I guess you on the show, like, sis, it was gonna be a conversation had it not been Kenya. Like, Kenya is irritating because she keeps forcing the conversation. I don't think it had been as bad because it would just been like, ooh, we don't know what happened. I think without Kenya giving the tea, it would have just came out like, we don't know what happened. And then we've just been all guessing. But Kenya is just out here continuing the conversation because it's honestly a good storyline for Kenya because Kenya don't have anything else going on in all actuality. Like, she don't have nothing else going on. So it's just like, girl, I don't know. So, like, Porsha, I just feel bad for her. I just feel bad for her a little bit. So, the moaning and groaning. I love that Toya finally proved that she can stand for herself. Like, Toya was just like, what's wrong with the moaning and groaning? And Kenya's talking about something, well, my child is here, and I just feel like it's disgusting, and da-da-da. I'm just like, oh my God. Get over yourself. Like, this is a bachelorette party, and Kandi literally has said this is a non-judgment zone. So for you to be out here doing that, like, it's just like, girl, it's too much. If you didn't like it, you should take your ass home. And did nobody tell you to bring Brooklyn no damn way. You should put her ass on the flight. And y'all can say whatever y'all want, but I gave Kenya a couple passes. I'm over Kenya telling me something. I have not been without my child since the day she was born. You're gonna have to learn how to separate yourself, girl. Your child is gonna go on. Like, it's honestly scary at this point. And I don't know, like, I understand it's a lot to let your child go. Like, I understand it. I promise you I do. But the way Kenya is talking about it, it's not giving regular people like y'all who have to drop their kids off at school, who have to drop their kids off at daycare because they have to go to work, who do not have the money. Like, there are a lot of people who cannot afford to have a nanny do that or stay at home or do whatever, like, or take their child to work. There's a lot of parents that cannot do this. So I'm looking at Kenya like, girl, I'm tired. Like, it's giving way too much. Honestly, I don't want nobody to be my parent just like that. Like, girl, you need to protect me, but gotta let me go. You got to let me go, girl. You let me go. Come on, Brandy. Like, you got to, because, like, that's not a doll. That's a human being. That's a human being. Like, I understand being protective and all the other stuff, but it's a human being at the same time. And I think a lot of folks get wrapped up on that, like they own this child or that they're the kids, and it's like that they're gonna get older eventually. So it's just like, girl, I don't know. Like, I don't think that Kenya, I think that the reason why Kenya does not have no help is because she's not ready for Brooklyn to be in the hands of nobody else. And I think she needs to find out, like, she needs to work with herself because it's not gonna end well. Moving on. So everybody went back home. Everybody's telling their folks what happened, or telling half the story. Kandi in a minute with the the candy coated click. And you know, y'all boy, what's his name? Was Don Juan, who got me blocked on Twitter for dragging him a couple years ago, baby, because baby, their hairline was not giving. I'm glad she didn't start shaving her down. Hey, Don Juan. So Don Juan was just making jokes about what happened because Kandi's spilling the tea. Kandi ass is dry snitching. Kandi is dry snitching. Kandi, like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but she dry snitching. You are dry snitching, Kandi, and I think you dry snitching because it's Porsha more than anybody. Like, you can just say, girl, I don't know. But Kandi just like, girl, what you need to be out here talking about is your two friends, T.I. and your girl Tanya, that's been out here been accused of this stuff for the last 15 years. So, girl, while you out here spilling the tea, you be spilling the real tea. But you was too busy out here blaming victims or whatever, saying whatever. So, I mean, that's your politics, I guess. But I screamed at Don Juan coming up with names for Porsha's title of her OnlyFans. I hollered, it's Porsha for real. I hollered, that was so funny. I know Porsha was somewhere pissed off. She honestly had tweeted and said that it's becoming too much. Like, it's too much. I think sis is a little stressed out by this. Like, I think that it's kind of getting to her a little bit. I wonder if she kind of regrets what happened. But I'm like, Porsha, you grown. Like, you grown. I'm a grown woman. I hope it's not getting to it, but I feel like it is. So Cynthia's telling Mike Will made it what happened. And Cynthia's spilling all tea. She said, girl, you know, the thing was big and, you know, I saw it. And Mike like, hold on, how you see it? How you see it? And she was just telling the story. And Mike, to be honest, out of all of the guys, it seems like he's the most secure with himself because he was just taking it as a joke. Cynthia was calling it a windshield wiper, all of that. To me, that was a sign of a healthy relationship. I'm not even gonna hold you because that took me a while to get used to stuff like that. Getting jealous of little stuff that's not even there and feeling like all these things. And it just seems very healthy. When he came in, he was just messing with her. That made me smile. That honestly raised my credit score up. So maybe Peter might try to date and marry me too to steal my credit. But I'm happy for Cynthia. I'm really happy for Cynthia. Like, that was like a cute moment, just seeing how he was joking with her. Then we fast forward, we see Miss Drew. She trying to explain and she had telling stories and stuff. And you can tell that she telling the story a little bit because she want to piss him off. Drew wants to piss her boyfriend off, or fiance, whatever he is this week. What's his name? Ralph. And he's just like, hold up, how you can tell he's insecure. And honestly, he is too desirable to be out here, you know, feeling that way. Like, and honestly, they be the worst ones. Folks, like, they be insecure, baby. Us everyday folks, we used to losing weight, gaining weight, all of these things. But baby, folks like Ralph, they'll have a heart attack. They won't make it. And the fact that his wife is out here, you know, putting her clappers on another man with a big thing, it's bothering his spirit. He's just like, how you know? But then, let me tell you something. I done put up with some shit in relationships. But baby, ain't no way in the hell. I don't know. Maybe I can't say because it ain't happened to me. But a man my man leaving for the weekend to another state and not telling me, and we married and we got a family. No, ma'am. That nigga needs to be out in the streets. That's a no for me. That's a no for me. That is an absolute no for me. I can't do it. I just can't do it. And Drew knows deep down that something happened. Like, that man that just to go to the beach and get away, like, even when she asked him the question, so, you know, what hotel was you at? He was stuttering. Stuttering. He was stuttering. He was caught up, and it was, girl, it's a lot going on. So, we seeing that the next couple of weeks episodes and stuff as they wrapped up, there's gonna be some mess with Drew and Ralph. I can already feel that. I can already see that. Like, it's gonna be a mess. Child, I don't know what to say to him. So Kenya has a conversation with Toya, and you can tell that Kenya is just more hurt that she lost her friend. Well, really, her friend was just like holding her accountable a little bit, just saying, hey girl, you was being a hater, you was being auntie, and we was just out here having fun. And then Kenya says, well, I like you, Drew. I like you. And that's the issue. And I just want you to seem like you just going, that is some manipulative shit. That was manipulation to its finest. Kenya does not have no attraction to that girl like that. You ain't telling me that. I'm not believing that bullshit. I'm not believing what Kenya is saying. Like, she just making it away so she won't try to get cool with them folks that more. Kenya did not like that. She do not like to share her friends. She honestly, Kenya, you are turning to the very thing that you hate so much, which is Nene Leakes. Kenya is literally becoming Nene Leakes. Being the auntie, the one that's have an issue, because remember how Nene was when they was doing a stripper, she was like, this is too much, I don't want to do that. Kenya is doing that. Like, it's a lot. Like, Kenya don't want to lose her friends. She don't want them to be cool with, like, Nene was the same way. Tale of Two Cities, girl, it's giving that. So, Porsha and Drew end up having butter muffins. I want to try a blueberry muffin with some butter. I honestly, girl, she said she used Blue Bonnet. I used to use Blue Bonnet too, but my mama told me to step my pussy up. So now I use unsalted Land O'Lakes butter, which is actual butter, because I think there's a difference between butter and margarine. And honestly, I had made some pancakes last night with some butter, and it was so good. And I be sauteing some vegetables with it. Yes, girl, absolutely. But I understand Blue Bunny is cheaper, and I understand Imperial butter is cheaper too. So, girl, get it how you will. But if you got a little 50 more cents to spend in your budget, get you some real butter, girl. Get you some real margarine or whatever it is, some real stuff, the real stuff. Period. I want to try one on a muffin. The Muffin Man. They talking, and Drew receives a phone call from her husband trying to figure out where she is, what she doing. That man, I bet he be watching her like a hawk. No wonder there's cameras in the house. He wants to see if there's some cheating going on because that man is cheating. That's my take. I believe that's why he's so on her, because he know and he ain't doing right. Grace, child, you better be careful, Drew, because all it takes is one person to be out here to smash your man while y'all was married to come out to the light and say something for TV. So, girl, you better watch it, sis, before it happens, because it didn't happen too many times to other folks on the show. So they talking, and you can tell Kandi's just like, oh my gosh, I thought we was having fun. We was all kissing folks. We was all enjoying ourselves. Baby, if I was Drew, I would have been shady. I said, well, now I wasn't kissing nobody, but I was having fun. Porsha is, again, uncomfortable. She's showing that she's uncomfortable because she did something that she's not comfortable talking about. Y'all know I love Porsha, child. Y'all know but it's just like she coming uncomfortable. But I like Drew and Porsha's dynamic. I thought it was really, really cute. We get to Cynthia. Cynthia is talking about the future of the wedding, what's going on. She got her mama there, she got her sister there, and her beautiful daughter. And girl, why did Noelle say something? Noelle's such a beautiful name. Why did Noelle say something about Cynthia foot being ashy and the camera folks zoomed in? I holler. Cynthia said, well, child, they already got me. They already zoomed in. Ah! Girl, they did. But your feet didn't look that bad, and not worse than your friends. So we get to Kenya. Kenya, you need to fire your damn lawyer. Your lawyer laughed in your damn face. Your lawyer, who you pay, laughed in your face about the paperwork that he got from your man. Baby, I hollered. That was funny. Kenya walks in, she's talking to him, and come to find out that homegirl up north, another state, is asking for alimony, and he done filed divorce in another state, which does not work. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, get the file. But it will make sense that you have to file divorce in the state that you got married in. That makes sense. So, girl, the lawyer laughing, and Kenya just seemed like she shook. She didn't know. She's just like, I don't understand. Your man is a dick. He's just an asshole. Like, but he's been an asshole. Like, Kenya, at this point, we tired of hearing about Marc Daily. Girl, you've been divorcing that man longer than y'all have been married, and it's just like, girl, not even longer than y'all have been married. You have been divorcing this man longer than y'all have been together. And it's just like, that man is not your man, girl. Y'all did this shit for the cameras. I ain't believing that shit no more. But girl, I ain't gonna spend too long talking about Kenya and her downfall while she worried about everybody else lickety splitting and screwing Bolo. Her man trying to screw her out her pockets and her mental stability. So girl, you can never win when you play dirty, honey. Tell me what y'all thought about this episode of Real Housewives Atlanta, girl. Comment in below, and I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.